guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. I have a feel, well, I know we're in for a laughing song because one, it's Cledus T. Judd, and that alone tells you something. But if you didn't know who Cledus was, you'd know from the title, Merry Christmas from the whole fam Damily. I love that. Saremile made a gift to the channel for this one. Saremile, shout out to you. Thank you for that. And I just noticed this morning when I got the notice that you wanted me to do the song, that for the prior song of Brantley's, that you had suggested that go on the theology channel. I missed that part of it. And so if I get time, maybe I'll redo it and repost it on the channel, on the theology channel. But nonetheless, I wanted to let you know that after the fact, it was only this morning that I noticed that. So my apologies. But I'm just going to get into this one, Cledus' song. Merry Christmas from the whole fam Damily. I love that. You know, if I'd heard that expression when I was younger, that would have stayed with me my whole life. There was a skit on Saturday Night Live with Eddie Murphy where he was playing Gumby. And Gumby was an unhappy actor. And he was like, he would come out and start like his skit, and it would be like, Merry Christmas, damn it. And he was just unhappy. And eventually it was like, if you don't appreciate me, I'll move to Europe. And whatever, that's how I remember it. But still, my buddies and I still will say to each other on occasion, Merry Christmas, damn it. And this sounds like one that would have stayed with me my whole life. The whole fam Damily.
'Twas the fight before Christmas, went all through the house. No furniture left standing, no TV or couch, or aquarium, heck, they even knocked over my chia pet. Me ma was flung across the room by her hair, by her sister Ethel, who never fought fair. Let's get ready to tumble! The children all wrestled and jumped off the beds, dropping elbows and knees on each other's heads. And Mama with her frying pan and Pa with his bat cleared half the room in 10 seconds flat. The whole brawl began from an innocent matter when Aunt Flo thought Eugene said she looked a whole lot fatter. She knocked him through the window, he fell with a crash, tore down the gutters and busted his leg really bad. You ought to saw it, looked like he'd been in a motorcycle wreck. Yeah, it was awful. I couldn't turn and look at it. See, both sides of our family never have gotten along, and every holiday something always goes wrong. You ain't supposed to fight but spread joy in this season, but when they get the knock, they just look for a reason. In no time at all, everybody joined in, and right there we squared off with our closest of kin. It's a time for giving, said Uncle Bill, as he gave a black eye to his brother-in-law Phil. I heard somebody say, it's the thought that counts, and right now I'm thinking about knocking your butt out. Presents and fists flew all over the room, and Nana had some pretty fancy moves with the broom. She took out 3 cousins and knocked down the tree, and I ducked just in time. She swung round at me. It's my favorite time of year. Dad always has too much beer. Gifts on the roof and hunts reindeer. Merry Christmas from the whole fam Damily. Tie the antlers on the dome.
You can only imagine what their Christmas card would look like after this day.
Sunshine for Santa Claus, from all the in-laws and outlaws. Merry Christmas from the whole fam Damily. I crawled to the phone, Lord, it seemed like a mile, and called 911, which we keep on speed dial. In a matter of minutes, out the window appeared flashing blue lights and the Sheriff John Deere. Just then, 6 men burst through the door, some yelling, hands up, some get on the floor. A straight punch from Grandpa found the sheriff's chin, and just for good measure, he clocked him again. It took all 6 cops to get Grandpa in cuffs. You know he gets feisty when he runs out of snuff. We all stopped our fighting and cheered Grandpa on. Heck, I thought he could take him. I guess I was wrong. As they dragged him outside, he yelled, "I've been framed!" He was kicking and screaming and calling them names. You, let me go, you don't know bloody stupid son of a... We stood on the porch, as did all our neighbors, who always took interest in our family's behavior. Mind your own business, we heard Grandma shout. And we'll take back the presents, Dad, come they yell. By now, we'd forgotten what we'd been fighting for.
Yeah.
We were battered and bruised, but united once more. Then we all joined hands and sang Violet Night.
Violet.
And we heard Grandpa exclaim as they drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all! Man, that was a good fight! Pick your neighbor, get the hose. 'Tis the season for a brawl. From all of us to all of y'all. Merry Christmas from the whole family. Merry Christmas from the whole family. Merry Christmas from the whole family.
Got an orchestra playing. Grandpa yelled, man, that was a good fight. I like that. We all said, I don't know if you picked up on it, but there was a lot going on in there. But they all said, after the fight and the arrest and all that stuff, Grandpa was like, then they all sat around and sang Violent Night instead of Silent Night. I love the amount of thought that goes into a song like that is absurd. You just don't peel out a reference to Silent Night, Violent Night, just like that, unless you'd heard it before in your life. But it's one of those songs that I think you would accumulate over the course of a stretch of time, maybe from one Christmas to the next. Maybe one Christmas you had a couple things go wrong and you're like, I'm going to write a song about all kinds of things going wrong. And in the intervening 11 months before you got to record the thing again before the next Christmas, you come up with all these different ideas for it. And then it dawns on you, oh, Violent Night rhymes with Silent Night. Or if it's a collaboration, your buddy comes up and says, oh, what about this? This happened at mine. I didn't look at the songwriting credits on this one, but Cledus sure enough has a way of putting a team together to come up with good songs and lyrics. And I'm sure he's the primary inspiration for all of it. But Saremile, that's pretty funny. I didn't stop the video, but I almost did because I was going to ask you, is this like your family in any way? Because you requested the song, but I'm like, no, it's just a fun song that you wanted me to do. But we do have some crazy families out there. This one's the craziest, depicted as the craziest, obviously. I mean, punching a cop twice. This is not a good idea. Yeah, I don't know. I'm part of there's a football forum that I'm part of that is, the moderators let people speak freely. You just can't, nobody can post real over the top stuff, like racist stuff or whatever. But by and large, we let people call each other names and whatever. And you have to be very creative in that environment. And I don't partake in that part of it, but I laugh. Some of it is very smart people, and there are thousands of people in this forum. And every year there's a thread before Thanksgiving or a thread started before Christmas saying something to the effect of, who's going to be the biggest asshole at your gathering this year? And half the times, half the responses in there will be like, oh, that's going to be me because my father-in-law or my brother-in-law or whomever is this type of person. They're this. And after about 15 minutes or one drink, I'm going to be like, I can't take it anymore. And I'm going to tell my wife I'm going to leave or I'm going to have an argument. And oh my gosh, my family's crazy, but nothing like this. We all get along pretty well when we're together. So anyway, all right, Saremile, I'm going to rate this one. This isn't a song that was in honor of Jesus or 10 Commandments or any kind of love or, anything like that. This or a manger. This was just family craziness. All right, for what Cledus was going for, man, he covered so many bases that I wouldn't even have known to go after. Believe it or not, I'm coming in with a 9.4 because that's what struck me. He meant it to be funny. It was funny. It was very well thought through and a lot of thought put into these lyrics to put them all together. I can't even imagine what he left out of this thing, but he covered a whole bunch of bases and painted a picture. So there you go, folks. I hope your Christmas is way better than this one, but they seem to enjoy it. Like, Grandpa, man, that was a good fight. I guess that's what they get together for. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. See you on another video. Assuming you don't get in a real bad fight. And keep rocking the country.